Hello guys, what's up? I hope we're doing good and alright. Today I'm going to do an episode on, I think it's really important, how not to listen to that voice in your head. And another word for saying that voice in our head is called our thoughts. And sometimes this can be, we get attached to our thoughts. And the voice in the head really takes us down and causes us a lot of stress and makes our dyslexia, the symptoms of it, can feel so much more worse, leading to so many more emotional issues. So today, guys, we're going to talk about that. Dive right in. I hope we find it really valuable, guys. And at the end, I might be telling you about something I'm quite excited about.
So the big question is this: how can dyslexics like us create a place, a community, a tribe where people at any stage of life can come and solve any challenge, amplify their strengths, and ultimately help them become who they were meant to be? Or in other words, conquer their dyslexia. That is the question, and this show is the answer. My name's Theo Goff, and welcome to the Conquering Dyslexia podcast.
So guys, let's dive in to talking about dyslexia and the voice we have inside our head. Now, there's so many different podcasts, so many different advice about everything in life, about money, about business, about education, about jobs, about career, about every sort of aspect. And we always talk about at some point about how can we control the voice in our head. The voice in our head that can say the negative thing, or the thing that we're worried about, or the fear, or that can beat us down all the time. And I've definitely got this voice, and part of the reason why I'm talking about this today is because yesterday I had the voice in my head a lot. And it was about, after I finished work, I went to the cafe and I was voice in my head, and I was basically editing an email, I was posting something on social media, and doing my dyslexia work, and I've been working on this, basically this funnel, this website to put up, basically allows people to go through this program that I went through that made me read. There's no other way about it. I went from only be able to read 20 minutes, 5 pages, and struggling without my head bursting to reading an hour, easy, effortless. Truly unbelievable transformation. And it's not like I haven't tried other things in the past. I've tried a lot, and this thing worked unlike anything else. Anyway, creating a page to explain kind of what it is and how other people can go through it, and kind of give them a direction to how other people can go through it. And when I'm making it, I remember, because I've basically done the same sort of thing before in the past, but I've started it and I haven't followed it through to the main end extreme. And I can make excuses, but it's excuses. And I didn't follow it through, and that was down to me, and that was my fault. And the voices in my head were like, people won't be interested, there's no point, it's not doing it right, I'm wasting my time, it doesn't feel right. And these are just the voices inside my head. And the voice in my side of my head sort of made me take a little step back. And when I said made me, another word of saying it is I let them make me take a step back. And because something I realized that we have to then I take a step back, and I realize we have to push past these things. These voices are normal. These voices are natural. And we have to learn to deal with them. We have to learn to dance with them. And then basically I sort of realized something I'm really not doing right now is having a higher purpose, is having a bigger vision, getting excited about something. And I was like, hold on, this page, this little thing I'm creating, will be so valuable, because it's changed so many people's lives like it changed my life. I must get this out to the world. And then it gave me a bit of energy, a bit more boost. And seeing how I view things, how I picture things, that gives me energy. And because I wasn't viewing it right, because I wasn't picturing it right, because I wasn't giving the energy behind it, that is why I wasn't getting the energy from it. And the negative voices were happening. And so this is the thing that I deal with a lot. It's almost on a daily basis I hear these voices. And moving forward, something I have to remind myself over and over and over again is is that your thoughts aren't your thoughts. Your thoughts are the mind. And what I mean by this is that, like, we all think, we all in our mind, we all have our same brain. We all have a 2 million year brain that hasn't really changed a lot in 2 million years. And guess what? It's designed to make us survive, not designed to make us happy. It's designed to make us run from the saber-toothed tiger, not fulfill us. You know what I mean? And so we have to understand this. Understand that our brain is always looking for what's wrong, always looking for what hurts us. But yeah, that doesn't really serve us in today's society, how everything's run. And we have to understand this. We have to appreciate this. And let me tell you something, like, we always think, oh, we're not enough, oh, we're not good enough, or like having specific thoughts. And let me tell you a little story there about my guy Tony Robbins when I went to his like seminar thing. 10,000 people, more like 13,000 in one room. It's a big room, and like in this room, Tony Robbins was explaining this whole thing about our thoughts are not our thoughts, and he said, okay, let's test it. Put your hand up and tell me a thought you have. And then he tried this about 10, 15 people. They said a thought they have, and it's quite a specific thought. Like, I don't feel like I can get enough people in my team. I don't feel like I can manage good. I don't feel like I can, you know what I mean? I don't feel like, well, easy ones, don't feel like not a lot of energy. I don't feel like getting along with my co-workers. I think they hate me. All these things, and every single time there was hundreds, if not thousands, of other people in the room that has the same thought on a weekly basis, or if not daily basis. So our thoughts are not our own. We always attach ourselves, you mean our personality, who we are, to our thoughts, to our mind. But actually, that's not us. That's not our personality. It's something, it's an old set of wiring we have. It's not us. It's just our brain. And once we start realizing that we are not our thoughts, that we start connecting to ourselves, we start connecting to forces. Like when you practice meditation, it's about letting go of our thoughts, and not connecting ourselves to them, not having any self to the thoughts. We're like, oh, look at this silly thought, look at this silly idea. Because that's what it is. It's a silly idea. It's not you. It's your mind. And then once we start realizing that, once we start and believing that, because it's true, it becomes so much more easier to not attach ourselves, to move on with our life and not go down that negative spiral of thinking negative spiral, or believing them type of things. And moving forward. So yeah, so I had these negative thoughts. It wasn't massive, nothing massively negative happened. And also I felt like, okay, I was tired. Realized I was tired. I need to improve my diet. I need to improve these things. And okay, moving forward. Okay, moving forward. There's realizing, okay, let's think about things differently. Let's get excited about things differently. Let's reinvigorate everything. And now I'm very, very, very excited to smash it out, create it, and launch it to the world, and sort of like make it continuous. If you didn't know, like, I spent the last couple of years creating like this funnel of creating different products. You mean my book that I spent 3 years creating? That's in something that we call a funnel. It's a website. I got this Dyslexia Black Book, which is basically all the dyslexia information everywhere on the whole internet that's free. The best of it is all in one place for you. All the websites, courses, quizzes, videos, podcasts, audiobooks, books, those aren't free. But all in one place. So that was really good. That was really popular. Created a Dyslexia Summit where, all the best dyslexic advocates I know came on, spoke about things for an hour, basically from all different walks of life, from parents, from educators, from kids, from adults, and all the different like categories. And they're talking about it and talking about like basically, so they're at a stage where they can make a success, and they kind of turn their so-called disability into a gift, and learned how to do that, and basically talk about other people, about the challenges they have and the challenges they've had, and the things they overcame for that. Amazing. And then, so I created those things, created my audiobook with a 12-step series, video series, and then create all these different things. And it's your universal reading method, which is called, I call it URM. Pages. I didn't create this. I'm just an affiliate for it. But I mean, I truly believe this will change the dyslexia industry. It's just about me getting it out, because at the moment it's kind of sitting dormant. No one's doing anything about it. I'm like, look, this is incredible. But one thing I have to manage is my emotion. One thing I have to manage is how I deal with it, how I focus on it. And because ultimately I want to do want to make this my career. I want to help so many people to save the dyslexia industry by getting them to conquer their dyslexia. What I mean when I say conquer their dyslexia, there's people like, conquer your dyslexia? How does that make sense? I mean, conquer it. I mean, take charge of it. I mean, not have it use you. Use your dyslexia. Be able to move forward, go past all the challenges we have, because we always have challenges. We're always going to struggle at certain things, but it's like, how can we take charge of that? How can we dominate that in a sense? And it's like, going through it, because my little journey is 12 steps I went through. One step is mucking up your dyslexia, and it's like, how can you work so hard on your dyslexia they can muck it up where people wouldn't realize you have dyslexia because you're working it so hard? And that's an actual problem. When people are older, it's harder for you to diagnose certain people with dyslexia when they're older, because they would create so effective workarounds they can't be tested for dyslexia. Because you have a dyslexic brain, your mind is so good at working around the problems that the person examining you wouldn't realize you're dyslexic. And so that's like kind of like what I want to do, and it's the approach, it's the mindset of going about it with the best strategies in the world of how we can actually go about past and conquering these. Guys, sorry, I'm just keep touching my headphones. I think it's better audio quality here because I'm in a room, there's more cushions. Because before, like yesterday I did a podcast with it, not cushions, and I think that's why the audio quality is bad. But I keep touching my earphones because my ears are weird shaped, and every time I open my mouth, they move out. Anyway, guys, I hope you really took some value from this, of realizing that our voices aren't our voices, and they can hold us back so much in our life. Think about all the dyslexia struggles we had, and reading, writing, organizing, spelling, remembering. Then after we went through the struggle, we have our voice in our head that looks back at the incident, that creates a meaning from the incident, that says things to us over and over again. So guys, realize that our voice in our head is not us, it's just our mind, and don't connect with it. Moving forward and realize, okay, thank you for that, and just moving forward and be able about our higher self, as it were. Anyway, guys, take care. Hope you have a good day, and bye-bye.